Welcome back to Pace Law Firm, talking once again with immigration lawyer extraordinaire, Andy Semichuk from Pace Immigration. Good to see you, Andy.
Oh, good to see you.
All right, time for the speed round, taking questions from the people off Facebook. Here we go. Don't forget, facebook.com/canimmigration. Put your questions on the wall, and Andy will answer them. Here we go. Right. Number one, Andy, a very simple one. Is the new skilled worker list available yet?
No, the list is not available, and right now Canada's immigration system is a little bit in flux. So, for example, the new list is expected July 1st. We don't know for sure if it'll come out, but according to previous sort of history, July 1st is the date, and hopefully all the categories will open up again for a new batch of people to apply. That's the key thing. And then the investor programs are closed down at the moment. We don't know. There's some discussion about what's going to be happening with investors in Canada. Probably the numbers are going to increase in terms of the amount that's required, and they're working on it right now. But generally, I have to say that the Canadian immigration system at the moment is in a great state of flux.
Okay. Number two, hello, I'm from Uzbekistan. I want to go to Canada as a worker. What should I do? He says he went to the Canadian immigration website, the federal government's website, but he doesn't understand. They have said that if you live in Uzbekistan, you need to go to Russia to get a visa. He says, unfortunately, I don't have the cash to get to Russia. What should I do?
Okay. A big question is, what qualifications do you have? Do you meet up with any of the qualifications that Canada may be interested in having? Generally, there are 5 ways to immigrate to Canada. I've reviewed this before, but the ways are study your way in, work your way in. If you have a marriage, married to a Canadian, you can come in as a Canadian spouse. Claim refugee status if you're being persecuted, or invest your way in. In this guy's case, it seems like he's probably going to need to work his way in or study his way in. Since he doesn't have any money, looks like work your way in. To work your way in, you're back to question number 1. The federal skilled worker program really is probably the only option for him. We have to wait till July 1st, but hopefully he will fall in one of the categories. As far as being in Uzbekistan and not being able to go to Moscow, look, talk to a couple of your friends. Say, look, I am qualified to go under the federal skilled worker to Canada. I want to be an engineer or whatever it is. Lend me a few dollars so I can go to Moscow, so I can go for the interview. Mind you, you're going to have about $12,000 to come to Canada. So you're going to have to talk with your buddies, and they invest in you. Man. And then when you come to Canada, you work here and so on, then you pay the money back and you help them later on.
Friends give him 12 grand.
Well, you know, it's an investment.
I want his friends. So, all right. Number 3. I'm a doctor. I'm working in Saudi Arabia as a physician for the last 4 years. I'm 34 years old. Total experience of 9 years, I guess, as a doctor. Originally from the Sudan. I wish to be a Canadian, or at least to get a green card, which is an American term, but we get your drift. So please tell me what is the easiest and fastest way to do this. I can speak English moderate level. He has a cousin living in Canada. He goes on to say a few other things, but there's the gist.
Okay. The key for him is he's going to have to get through the Canadian qualifying exams and ultimately get residence. We have a program through PACE where we help foreign doctors who are preparing for the exams, and basically there's a colleague that we work with who trains them to prepare for the exams and so on. So if you get in touch with PACE by email, probably at the address that will be on the screen, no doubt, you may be able to hook up with this group and sort of work your way towards the exams, get through the exams, and thereby qualify to come to Canada down that route. As you mentioned a green card, and that's of interest also in terms of the U.S. You could study for the exams down there. It's a similar process. You got to get through the exams to qualify. If you need more information, give us an email and we'll follow up with you.
Nice. Okay, let me see here. My phone kind of conked out.
Oh.
Yeah, oh, here we go. I think we're on number 5.
Okay.
Hello, sir. I am a Liberian and I want to become a Canadian, or actually it goes on to say I want to be a Canadian by enrolling in university this year.
All right. Well, the key there are 2 steps. Number 1, that you have the qualifications to get into the university, presumably some education previously. And the second is that you can pay the relevant fees that are required by the university. This is something you can do directly with the university by going on the internet, checking out the universities in Canada, the various colleges, for example, Ryerson, York University, University of Toronto, University of Alberta, University of British Columbia.
I get it.
And by checking with them, get their credentials down, communicate with them, get accepted, pay the fee, and they will open the door for you to come to Canada through their foreign student advisors on campus that are designed for that purpose. They work in that area.
Okay. Hello, I like your Facebook account. It's very helpful. I have a question for you. I applied last August. I got first and second letter. I don't know what that means, but you probably do.
Okay.
I got first and second letter. I got a medical request and payment request in the month of April. I paid the fee on 15th of May. I also submitted a medical document. Now waiting for last approval. Can you give me an idea of how long it will take to get final approval? And is there still a chance that they will reject me? By the way, applied skilled worker category from Singapore.
Okay. Skilled worker category, I don't know the date when you applied, but probably it's like about 2-year processing time, likely. So I don't know where you are in there. Sounds like you're towards the end. Since you've done your medical. The medical has to go through Ottawa. They clear the medical in Ottawa with other doctors looking at the medical, and then notify the consulate overseas that your medical is clear and that the consulate can go ahead and interview you for your final entry into Canada. Since you're at that stage, I have hope that you're close to the end. Patience is the name of the game. I'm looking at, I would say, like 3 to 6 months before you're going to hear something, assuming that's where you are in the process. I think that's likely to be the case.
Any chance she gets the boot? She's worried that she might
Not really, unless there are some medical issues or criminal issues in the past, or immigration issues. In the medical category, if you got tuberculosis or some contagious disease, that would be a problem. If you have a criminal record or some previous immigration infractions or problems, that could cause difficulties. Otherwise, sounds like you're at the stage where you're going to be admitted.
Nice. Okay. I saved this one till last just because it kind of cracked me up, but it's got to do anything. Number 6, can you help me in coming to Canada? I can do anything, and I can even marry anyone.
Okay.
Just anyone.
Well, the answer is we can do anything and help any way that you would like us to help. That's about the only thing we can say.
Well, we can't find him a wife or any of that stuff.
No, not that part. But I mean, whatever you want to do, we'll help you do it. But you have to be a little more specific than anything.
Okay, there you go. You don't have any single friends or anything you want to introduce?
Not really, no.
Okay. There you go. That's Andy Semichuk from Pace Immigration. Find him at paceimmigration.com. And also, what was the email address? Semichuk.
Yeah, at Pace.
Semichuk at pacelawfirm.com. Facebook.com/CanImmigration. And we will see you next time. Bye.